Hey guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to go into a little bit of a more fun summer type of video. You know, the weather is starting to warm up, especially where I'm from, and I had done a patio video for you guys in the past and you really enjoyed that, so I wanted to show you how I did a makeover of my upstairs outdoor patio. And so this is a little bit of a smaller space, and so I wanted to show you what you can do with something like that to make it feel super cozy and luxurious. It's going to be a lot of fun today, guys, so let's get started. So first of all, when we got this home, this upstairs patio needed a lot of help. It had outdated lighting with these white fans, as well as a cement base that was pretty stained. And so we went ahead and started just by adding a nice epoxy layer over that to make it have a clean, nice feeling. And that epoxy layer is actually really easy to add, guys. That's actually something you can just roll on. And so it has a lot of impact and it's not that difficult to apply. We changed out the ceiling fans for a more modern version with these nice dark brown ceiling fans, and this already has made a huge difference in the way this outdoor space feels. So starting your project with a little bit of renovation is definitely a great place to start. If you can't do that, there's definitely ways that you can disguise those types of areas even without doing any of those renovations to start your project. And so I'm going to bring in rugs into my project, even though we redid the floor, because I wanted to be cozy. And so when you bring in rugs, if you had a floor that maybe wasn't as beautiful, this is going to go ahead and cover that up. You can go with an outdoor version that's going to have that kind of plasticky feel, or you can get rugs that maybe are larger, a little bit more colorful, that are going to deal well with stains of maybe pollens and things like that from being outside. And I have these rag rugs that I think are really beautiful and colorful, and they're very comfortable to walk on, and that's going to make that space a little bit more comfortable and cozy in that outdoor living area. And then you want to think about how you use the space. Now certainly in my home, with the view of the lake, it's nice to have a little table there where you can have some tea, or you have maybe a little bit of a lunch there. And we had actually redone this table. This is a wedding table, or Hochzeit table. And so in German tradition, when we got married, they have something called a Polterabend. And what you do at the Polterabend is people bring plates and they smash them on the ground. And the idea is to keep the spirits away from the marriage. And so once we did that, I had saved some of the porcelain pieces from the plates that people had brought to our wedding. And this is a fun DIY that you can make with those pieces. So I actually did a mosaic on top of this table and then covered it with a whole thick layer of resin. And I really like the way that this table turned out. For the chairs themselves, to give them a little makeover, I simply flipped over the covers that were currently on them and restapled them down so that I didn't have to buy all new upholstery fabric for those chairs. And that's a real easy fix, guys. Most chairs, you can just screw that bottom cushion right off, and then the fabric is usually removable because it has just a couple staples in there. You use a butter knife to remove those, and a screwdriver, anything like that. You can flip that fabric over and take a look to see if it's still going to be bright and viable on the other side. If not, you can just buy a new upholstery fabric, just cut a little square out and lay that over that fabric and staple that in, and it's a real simple project and a great way to give chairs, existing furniture, an upgrade. I found this nice little couch and chair set on Amazon. I can link that in the description below, and I think that having a little bit of a cozy living area in this space is also a perfect addition. So you could either be relaxing and lounging on the chairs, or you could be sitting at a table. It's a perfect outdoor space area. Now to cozy this up even more, I actually wanted to bring in some curtains. And so if you think about when you're in a cabana, I feel like the curtains are the things that make that really comfortable and cozy because it has an element of privacy as well as protection from the sun. And so on a patio like this is a really perfect addition. I used these IKEA hangers for curtains to add some nice curtains to the outdoor space. And you can just use clamps to clamp them down to the banister or something like that when they're not in use so they don't fly around. But certainly on a sunny day when you can let these curtains down and give yourself a little bit of privacy, a little bit of shade, it's a very nice addition. It gives the space a very elegant feel, and so I definitely recommend considering adding in some curtains. I then just brought in a basket with a couple of blankets in there, a couple of pillows, just to make this space a little bit more comfortable. I love how this space turned out. It's definitely an area that we use now, whereas before it wasn't used at all. And so it's definitely a nice focal point in the home. And these types of things are so easy to do and certainly are also not very costly. So something you can consider doing in your own home. Another recommendation, so we did change out the lighting because we have a double ceiling fan. We're in a really hot climate area. But if you don't have lighting like that where you have ceiling fans, you might also want to consider something like those outdoor patio lights that would be a really beautiful addition to the ambience of the space. I think outdoor lighting is a really nice addition to any design, and so that's something that you could consider if that is an option for your space. Unfortunately for mine, it isn't because the lights would get tangled with the ceiling fans, and also we don't have an outlet on the second floor. But lighting for me is always one of those third layers of dimension that I think add a lot of lux to a space. You know, another thing that you could consider is a really cool candle that you could add to the table. So maybe if you're out there at night, you want to light up some citronella candles or something just a little bit more of that fire element, that ambient lighting that can really cozy up a space. So those are a little bit more recommendations when it comes to the lighting, just to make this space have a little bit even more than it already does. I hope that this inspires you to work on your outdoor spaces and start to get them ready for summer. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Please let me know what your favorite part is, and I hope to see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.